Okay. So I think the energy that we're going to bring to these lives now is probably going to start not only with a deep breath. So let's do that. Let's just get into our breathing. We'll start with a really deep breath. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Let it go. Should we have another one? 1, 2, 3. All right, let all of it go. So, big changes, big planetary changes. Everything is changing. Everything is changing. I hope everyone is ready and excited for all of the wonderful things that are to come. I think go with it. We're going into Pisces season, and there is going to be this massive energy of going with the flow. A lot of that has to do with surrendering. A lot of that has to do with letting go. A lot of that has to do with faith and trust and knowing and belief and the ability to just let yourself understand that you are part of a greater design here. And as much as we might like to think we have control over things, ultimately there are points where we do have to like surrender to something bigger, something grander, something higher. So please do hit the thumbs up button. It lets other people know that we're here, and it creates encouragement for me to keep these videos going. If you would be interested, you can do a question, which is basically just one card for 1111 paid into PayPal only. PayPal at ruby@rubyreadstarot.com. Book a reading, rubyreadstarot.com. All right, what messages do we have for the general collective? In their highest and best good for all and everyone involved. Susan, welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing really well. I hope everyone's doing awesomely. I hope you guys have been ready for this Pisces season. Ready to go with the flow. The season's going to be a really, really intuitive one. It's going to be a really good time to, I think, familiarize yourself with the hidden parts of yourself, you know? The hidden parts of yourself that you don't normally let out to play. This might be one of those seasons where you're really just allowing yourself to, I don't know, disappear a little bit. Go into the fray. Try and find out what's unknown, what's hidden, what's yet to be discovered, what's yet to be developed, what's yet to be nurtured, what's yet to be understood. The Lovers card and the Seven of Swords. There is a form of betrayal in partnerships, could be in love relationships. There is a form of deception. I was going to say discreet. Energy of betrayal, an energy of what's done behind the back of others. In partnerships, could be in love relationships, doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, could be platonic, but there is something here about the Seven of Swords. Are you coming out or what? Okay. 9 of Swords here. I feel like there is this trauma, there is this energy that's kind of lingering right now, and it's like a lot of people are being confronted with deception and betrayal, and how that may be triggering their own traumas that need to be brought up and that needs to be highlighted. Hey Tamisa, how are you? 2 of Wands and the Page of Cups. I feel as if there has been some sort of betrayal, something that it's been deception. It's a deceptive energy. And I feel like the whole point and purpose of this betrayal, this deception in partnership, somebody that you thought was really super close to you, somebody that you felt was a soulmate or a twin flame or a partner, I don't know, it doesn't, again, like it doesn't have to be romantic, it can be platonic. Whatever this betrayal was, and whatever it brought up in you, whatever it brought out in you, was something that if you are to let it play on your mind for too long, that's not achieving the purpose and the point of this in particular lesson. This lesson in particular, your soul chose it. You know that it's leading to a higher octave of your understanding. Like, it's leading you to an evolution. It's leading you to even a spiritual upgrade. So wherever you're finding these betrayals in these relationships, in these friendships, in these partnerships, in these pairings, please know that it's not there to slow you down. It's not there to make you deepen your traumas or deepen your triggers anymore. Now is the time really to see where it is that with this Two of Wands, that you can use this time, this period of time, for planning and preparation. I do feel like there was an element of discontentment and boredom within these relationships, which is probably why they were stagnating and creating these traumas. There is this element of knowing that there is an invitation coming. This is an honest invitation. There isn't any malice or double standards or ill intention behind this invitation. It is something quite pure. It is something emotionally led, and it is something quite small and humble right now, but fun, flirty nonetheless. It's something lighthearted. I feel as if a lot of these betrayals that are coming out now were almost as if they were like illuminating to you that there are certain places that you need to kind of let yourself off of the hook with. Surrender them to a higher source. Surrender them to the fact that you know that there was betrayal going on behind your back. There is something about what's been done in the back, what's been done behind the back. You know, there is this element of that. And I think with this Nine of Swords, it's about learning the lesson. Do you know what I mean? It's about really just... You're not supposed to let this one get to heart. Okay? You're not supposed to let this one get to heart. You're not supposed to let this one turn into something else that gets you down or slows you down. This is more so about you now completing a cycle, completion of this worry phase, completion of this need to punish yourself for experiences or history or betrayals. There's no need for that anymore. Okay? There is this energy of needing to plan and prepare. There is this energy of some emotional offer being made to you, something that you may consider small, but there is something about the complete focus on all of the stuff that you don't want right now. There is this like serious intently focus on what the 3D is displaying to you, or how you might not be satisfied with it. When right now I feel like there is this offering that is being made to you that might be something that you're not necessarily seeing in its entirety right now. You're not seeing it as a blessing that it is, but please know that whatever does come in, whatever is coming in, whatever you're being offered, right? And you'll know what it is in your own life, especially when you feel it coming towards you. It is a gift from God. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those moments where the universe kind of works in your favor and you luck out in some way that kind of helps you understand that your focus has been, I think, keeping you small. And it might actually be worth seeing what it is that you can do to expand, focus on yourself, take care of you, grow. There needs to be a form of like happiness brought back to the situation. And I feel like once you've been using this time to not only plan and prepare, but really look into the future to see what it is that you might need to do in order to... The Hermit, Virgo energy. The 8 of Wands, the 3 of Wands, and the 5 of Wands. So many wands here. Virgo energy is big here also. Wow. I think right now there might be this period of isolation that might really be needed. There might be this time where there is a little bit of soul searching, a little bit of like seeking the value, seeking your own value, seeking your intrinsic value, looking to see what it is that you can do to illuminate the self massively, there's a need for wisdom here. I think you can see that there are betrayals that are quite clearly leading to a lot of trauma that you might need to be really like honest about illuminating to yourself what it is that you know that you need to go into this isolation period for. I need you to know that there are messages that are going to come in about things working out in your favor right in the nick of time because of good things that you've already done, good deeds you've already done. And I think if you are right now, Five of Wands, being confronted with any form of conflict, bad energy from people, I think you know that emotionally speaking, it's time for you to walk away. Eight of Cups, Six of Wands, because there is a victory that you are surefire headed towards, and it's inevitable you're going to have to walk away, because if you decide to stay stuck in this phase, in this group, Eight of Swords, it's to your own detriment, and it's going to be regurgitating a cycle, an endless repetitive cycle of the same shit. Nine of Wands. There's a transformation, Death card, when it comes to your emotional contentment this Pisces season. Fool card, that was the King of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles and the High Priestess and the Ten of Cups. Okay, whoever's here to receive this message right now, I think you might need to know that there is a transformation taking place in your self-concept, the way that you look at yourself, the way that life has brought you to this place right now where you are having to really honor what you know. There is this new beginning that you're being offered, and it's massively hinging off of your ability to be super emotionally intelligent right now and ride the ebbs and flows of life with your feet firmly planted on the floor. I think a lot of you are going to find that a lot of what's taking place in the 3D matrix right now is really just kind of suggesting that there are certain things that are creating too much conflict in your life, and they're putting you in a bit of a low energetic vibration. You run the risk of repeating cycles by not moving away from things that you know that you need to move away from. King and Queen of Pentacles. There is a real power couple partnership here, Ten of Pentacles, that are going about creating a real beautiful a beautiful future with a lot of longevity. Okay, there is this energy of things actually really lucking out right now, but there is something about you knowing where it is that conflict is leading you to knowing that you need to move away in order for you to be victorious. It has to be said, as sad as it's gonna be, you're gonna find that there are certain people, certain energies that are phasing out of your life. And the more attached you are to these people, the harder it's gonna be for you to move forward into the next phase. A massive part of this is detachment. People that you have been super close to are just gonna be somebody that you used to know. I think this little dog waits for me to press the record button. There is going to be massive benefits from being emotionally intelligent and super in tune with your own intuition this Pisces season. And I think a lot of what this new beginning and this moving on might mean, not only that it's being victorious, but it's you actually coming to terms with conflict and understanding that you've now reached the end of a certain cycle with certain people, certain phases, and that conflict is part of it. It's the end of a certain cycle. If you are being asked to spend some time alone, it's probably in your best interest to get away from a lot of the energetic vampires that you might have had around you that have been perhaps filling themselves up on your energy. And I do feel like right now you have to be very, very, very aware of what your energy is going towards, contributing towards, because there is, frankly speaking, a new beginning that is waiting for you. And these cords that you might have to cut with a lot of this conflict, because they're just not relative to your life anymore, they don't resonate with your life anymore, they're not part of your life anymore. I mean, by all means, choose to have these people around if you wish, but a Groundhog Day of experience never helped anyone in their spiritual evolution. Emotional intelligence, trusting your intuition, and knowing when it's time to walk away is really going to be a benefactor this season. There's also something about knowing how to handle your traumas and how to overcome rejection, betrayal, and how to see what it is that you need to do in order to plan and prepare. Be open to the new that's coming in for you. See what it is that you need to do to change your perspective and take your focus off of what is in order to receive the new. Don't repeat the same cycles. There needs to be work done on the mental right now, on the mind right now, on the limitations, on the restrictions, on the trauma, on the past, hindering the present. There needs to be a transformation, a revolution in your own personal feelings of satiation and contentment. Because I do feel like what is happening is a separation of the false in order for the real to come together. And you can't be angry about that. So, I think that's all I have for right now. If you would like to book a reading, do head over to the website, rubyreadstarot.com. Do support the channel, hit that thumbs up, guys, and leave me a comment. Let me know how you guys are doing. Take it easy.